Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're at my local park. I'm just going to be seeing if these people around me can maybe use some Jesus or don't know about Jesus or just need, strength in their faith about Jesus. So I'm going to go around and just spread it to them and just maybe, hopefully make their day. So let's get into it. Who am I here with?
My name is Jorge Londono.
Jorge?
Yeah.
That's a dope name. Well, I'm Drew. So if I was about to die and I had like maybe 1 minute left to die, how do I get to an afterlife or heaven in your version?
In my version, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna calm down, and it just go. But you're not gonna be suffering or scared or any of that.
So do you think I'll go to heaven, a heaven?
Yeah, I mean afterlife. Yeah, I believe in afterlife.
Do you believe in a specific God to bring you to the afterlife, or just you just go?
No, I think you just go.
Okay, that's fair. Can I just tell you my quick story really quickly? So, I grew up in a Christian household, which most people do, and then sometimes it can feel like you're just following these rules and stuff, and it's not really where you want to be at. So I kind of got myself away from it a little bit. Always believed in it, just got myself away in it. But then when you get in a more older in life, I know you're more older and wiser than I am, but I've already experienced my trouble already in life quite young. But when you get older and older, I'm sure that you can relate. The stress and the worries come as you more mature as a man and stuff like that. But when I was at my lowest point, with all my anxiety and depression there, I didn't know what else to do. I just couldn't get rid of it. I didn't do any drugs or alcohol to get rid of it, so I just had to just sit there with it, and I didn't want to live like that for the rest of my life. So I just started to take Jesus seriously again, and when I did that, it did go away, surprising or not. Like, people may not believe me when I say it, but it was the only thing that was there for me when I believed in.
For some people, that's the way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not just trying to say that you have to. I just want you, just to know my story about how, my depression, anxiety was gone, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without, believing in him. I don't know where I'd be. I would hope I haven't done anything bad to myself or anything, but without me, giving him that chance again and taking him seriously, I would have my depression and anxiety still. So do you think that you would maybe ever believe in Jesus again in your lifetime?
I don't think so. I mean, I admire the guy, and I try to follow what he said.
Yeah. So
But I don't think he's the son of God or any of that.
got you.
Or that that he resurrected and all that.
Do you believe that he was like a historical figure?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What makes you think that he was not God or anything? Is there any proof for you, or you just feel like it's just too much going on?
It's just a little too much. Yeah.
I got you. I can understand your viewpoint. Even like I said, I grew up in a Christian household. I still had to look up my own information. I wasn't just gonna believe anything for the rest of my life and not having to look deep into it. But is there any way just while you're walking, I could just pray for you? I don't gotta touch you or anything like that. Or you?
No, that's fine.
Got you. Well, I appreciate you doing the interview with me, and you have a good rest of your day. What is the greatest act of love to you specifically?
Just accepting the person, for who they are. I mean.
Okay, and would that be like someone that you love, like a significant other, or just like a friend maybe, or anybody?
A friend, whoever you love, I guess.
Okay.
Just depending on, just the different types of
Accepting who they are and stuff like that. And have you always believed this, or is this just kind of an answer on the spot?
I mean, I guess it's just an answer on the spot. I don't know.
I got you. At least you're being honest. I just wanted to tell you. But I thought the greatest act of love was sex, which is what most people think, because that's probably the greatest act you can give anybody, like specifically. But once that you hear the people that have done it, or if you experience yourself, you just kind of know that it doesn't last, and it's unfulfilling because you can't keep doing. Obviously, you can't keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Right. So like without it, you kind of like lost, and it's like you need it. It's like a drug. You don't want to keep going back to it. It's nice to do and nice to have for sure, but you can't just think it's the greatest thing ever, because it's like when you're without it, you're over here struggling without it. You know what I'm saying? And life shouldn't be like that, where you can't just not be having sex all the time. You should be able to enjoy your life without having sex at the same time. And that's something that's like a great topic to think about. So then I started thinking, what is the greatest act of love in general? So I grew up in the church and stuff like that, and it was cool. I liked it. Then I just kind of fell out of it. I was like, this is just a bunch of rules. Kind of felt like a waste of time actually, because my mom made me go every Sunday, and I just was not paying attention, so I learned nothing. So as you got older and older and older, you feel, more empty, unfulfilled. As you mature, these emotions just kind of come out of you, and instead of looking for, a true answer, I looked for other things in females or hanging out, and it was fun while I did it, and it fun while it lasted. But once it was gone, it was like the world ended, and I don't want to be like that, where I'm over here trying to find each thing every single day. That makes life like hell. So I took Jesus seriously, and once I did that, like, everything changed for me. I know it can be hard to believe for people who've never heard Jesus, or you've heard people talk about it, but he's the only person I believed in when I struggled with depression and anxiety. And once that happened, like a switch happened, I felt, happy, fulfilled. Not every day looking for something. I could wake up and do nothing that whole day, but I still felt fulfilled because I believed in Jesus, and I take him seriously, and I try to grow like him every day. So what do you think about, Jesus or religious talk like that?
Well, I grew up in, the church, and stuff like that. My parents, my dad, made sure we went to church and stuff like that.
Yep.
When it comes to like religion and stuff like that, I do believe there is a creator for each of us. But that's just.
You're not sure if it's Jesus specifically. It could be.
I don't know really for sure. I feel like Jesus is a good example to live by. But there's other figures that people follow, and they might look up to them as well. I mean, I just know there's a creator for me, but I don't claim myself as like in a group or anything like that.
Gotcha.
I just have, I just know that there's somebody that created me. And
do you think if you like looked up information on your own time or something like that, Jesus could possibly be someone that you might take a chance on if you had enough information and evidence to kind of gather it up?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've grew up in the church, so I've had him as a example to live by, and I still take observe some of his traits, I guess.
I got you.
And
You
apply that with my life.
You just kind of pick apart the people that you like. I can understand that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Is there any way that I can just pray for you? I ain't gotta touch or anything. I can just pray for you that maybe that you can encounter Jesus if he's real.
I'm good.
You good?
Because when it comes to like prayer, I mean, I used to pray a lot, but this is how I feel about it.
That's cool.
I feel like if you believe you can have it, you should just not even ask for it. You should just live by that.
You just want to go out and do it, kind of deal.
Yeah, prayer shouldn't like. I feel like praying is asking. If you know you can have it, you should just act like you should. You have it already, and just,
I can understand.
Or work towards to whatever you have, or live by.
Gotcha. And even as a Christian, prayer is very complex for me too. It's not that I believe in God's not a genie either. It's not, hey, I pray for a new Lambo. Boom, you don't do stuff like that. It's just more of a relationship with him. You just want to talk to him, not more so of actually asking. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you interviewing with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Who am I here with?
Cole.
Cole, I'm Drew. So when you just hear the name, just Jesus Christ, what comes to your mind immediately?
Religion.
Have you experienced Jesus in the church or with family or friends trying to maybe force it on you, or you just heard about Jesus in school maybe or anything?
Yeah, I'm not particularly religious, but I was like brought up in church and stuff occasionally.
I can relate to that. And what made you go away from the church as you got older?
Honestly, I saw a lot of hypocrisy in the people around me. So they were preaching like holier than thou, yet they were like abusing their kids or on drugs and stuff like that.
That's a great example. So basically, you've had people represent Jesus terribly in your life, and that kind of had a toll on you.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And I've seen like some preachers that definitely kind of use like a power thing more than anything else.
I can, or preachers even doing like the worst example of like these sexual sins that they do or anything like that behind the scenes. Whatever I've heard.
Just move people around within the Catholic Church.
I can totally relate to, and I can see your point where you're at. So with all that going on, would you ever give Jesus a second chance, or would you just those people just kind of like seal the deal for you? Like if this is who Christians are going to be, I don't want to deal with it.
Not necessarily that. I don't have any problem with like spiritualism or anything like that. It's sometimes like with organized religion though, things get like a little complicated, and
I can
like
agree.
it becomes more about like politics in some situations.
And especially all these churches getting divided in all these denominations, it kind of makes everything complex for no reason at all. That's why I'm non-denominational myself. Everything just gets kind of crazy for no reason at all.
I grew up in a Pentecostal town, so like if you weren't Pentecostal, then like you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
hell. So.
And then each one is just so serious. I don't want to get into it because it's just not irrelevant, but about how churches are so serious about these certain rules that mean really nothing to Jesus or church at all.
Exactly.
And it gives people this like impression of this is what church is about, just like for you with the bad examples. This is what we got going on here. I don't want to deal with it. But would you ever give Jesus a second chance on your own time? Maybe, without looking at people's views of Jesus or their examples of Jesus, just in your own time digging in yourself?
Yeah, I'm currently about to start reading the Bible. I'm reading the Quran right now. Like I just
Nice.
started. So
Nice.
I'm kind of just like getting multiple different like perspectives.
I've even had a point in my life where I had to think, like, is the Quran true either myself? I dove into both of them a little bit. But the Quran is a great, it's very close to Christianity in many ways. People won't agree with me, or some say they will. There's just
There's a lot of similarities.
similarities, and obviously the big fact that Jesus is not God, and that kind of draws a line between people. They'll agree to most parts, and then when it comes to that, they'll split the pole. So that is very cool that you can do both of that. I haven't even read some of that. I've read only some of the Quran, and obviously I read the Bible and stuff like that. But what have you read in the Quran that has maybe made you thought that the Quran might be true than the Bible?
I haven't read anything that makes it seem more true than the Bible.
So basically, you're just kind of reading a story, and you just kind of you don't know right now.
Like as a story, and then.
And at least that you said you're going to read the Bible after, so you're not just going to read the Quran and just go, okay, Bible's gone. Yeah, at least you got to compare even as a.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna read the Bible first, but then I had so many people around me. They're like, it's very anti-Muslim and stuff in America in particular.
Sure.
Because 9/11, all that stuff, Middle East. So like I would just hear stuff that I know is blatantly wrong
Yeah.
all the time, and I'm like, okay, guys, like y'all are just taking extremists and like
For
acting
sure.
like that's everybody.
For
So
sure.
I wanted to be able to like see that perspective first. So
And especially when you're younger too, at least for me, like when you just hear Muslim, you just thought bad too. Like
exactly, that's what you're brought up.
Yeah,
thinking.
when you hear people around you on TV, that's all you hear. But as you grow up, Muslims are great
Yeah, you
people
meet them, they're
too.
fantastic people.
I mean, at least they believe in God and have their morals set other than people in life now. So you got to give them respect, even if I don't agree with what they believe in, they still have their morals set and stuff like that. At least they're abiding by it as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So is there anything I could pray for you about or anything like that, or you're on your own journey?
Just on my own journey, man.
Okay, well, I'll let you go. I appreciate you interviewing. So, do you believe in a specific God or an afterlife or anything?
To be honest, yeah, I really do.
What do you believe in?
I ain't. What you believe in, babe? Because we stay talking about that. Yeah, we believe in God mostly though.
Yeah.
Is it a specific God, like Allah or Jesus or specific Jesus?
Yeah.
And what makes y'all believe in Jesus? Why Jesus for?
Because we encountered him. Like, he's actually real. The things
Every
that he brought
day.
us through,
Yeah.
God is really real.
Have him on your side, bro. Because if you don't got God, bro, blessings gonna happen, but he'll be there with you on side that.
And
Really.
you can try to fulfill your things in life with sex or money or whatever it is, but without Jesus, it's not gonna have that same feeling. I've been there. When I was younger, I tried to do everything else, but it didn't work out. But once you take Jesus seriously, that's when, like I said, just like you encountered him, I encountered him too with my bad depression and anxiety. I just couldn't get rid of it, couldn't shake it. But when I put my full faith in him, that's when everything changed for me.
Right.
So why should other people believe in Jesus? Like for the audience watching, why should they put their trust in Jesus?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Look, y'all just wanna put your trust in Jesus, bro. Cause at the end of the day, you'll wake up and you'll just be better, bro. Like honestly, and that's just me being honest with you. Cause I was into Jesus when I was little, but I grew on top of him on just being with her. You know what I'm saying? And just finding him, my life been way better, bro.
And if you think about it too, like even if it's not real, it's better than not believing in anything because you have a chance of getting that afterlife. And plus, if you follow Jesus, you're bettering yourself to be a better person. You're not just this sporadic person doing all these weird things. So you might as well take the chance at this point. It could mean everything to you.
And that's real, bro. That's real, bro. And what y'all do? What you be
I just
doing?
spread the gospel basically.
Well, you know something so crazy, bro. If you keep doing stuff like this for Lake Charles people, bro, they will really mess with you, bro. And I'm shot by Derek, bro. Nice to meet you.
Drew as well,
If you got
yeah.
Instagram, look me up, bro.
I got you.
Real shit, we can work. Real shit.
Got you.
So appreciate y'all. Y'all have a nice one, man.
You too.
Hell yeah.
We were able to interview some people that did not believe in Jesus today, and it just felt really good, relating my experience with Jesus and, using the evidence that I know about Jesus to just let them know that he is real and he does love them so much. And we also had that one couple that did believe in Jesus, so it was nice to just kind of rekindle that connection about Jesus together. But I appreciate y'all watching, and in Jesus' name.